Call the Midwife Season 7 ended on an incredibly heartbreaking note when nurse Barbara Hereward, played by Charlotte Ritchie, D. The character had become one of the main stars of the BBC series, but in a stunning twist the midwife developed a fatal bout of sepsis after delivering one woman's baby. The terrible twist of fate happened in the semi-final, and despite fighting for her life and the wish to have children in the future with her husband Reverend Tom Hereward, Jack Ashton, Barbara said her goodbyes with a smile on her face. Tonight's special showed the nuns at Non-Natas House won't easily forget their friend and colleague, as when experienced nurse and original character Trixie Franklin, Helen George, returned to popular, she was reduced to tears by nurse Phyllis Crane, Linda Bassett. Going to the older nurse for help with a new uniform, Trixie was delighted to share a moment with her old friend. But when she mentioned getting a brand new set of clothes for her job, things took a sad turn. Phyllis produced Barbara's old outfit, which still had her name sewn into the inside. Instantly welling up, Trixie struggled to cope with the unexpected reminder of the late nurse, but it was a poignant choice for the BBC series writers to include her in this year's Christmas edition. "I know Barbara would be the first one to give you her clothes," Phyllis said with a smile, and Trixie nodded in reply. Fans were devastated when Barbara died last season, but were also left nervous about whether her husband Tom would return. The grieving Reverend decided to get away from London to pursue God's work elsewhere, and while he was given a brief mention in tonight's episode, it remains up in the air whether he returns in person in Season 8. Speaking in an interview earlier this year, the actor, who has a child with his co-star Helen in real life, teased what's to come for the character. "We shall see," he said. Maybe he's in Series 8 and maybe he isn't. The Bristol-born actor also shared that his state of mind wasn't that far off his counterparts during Barbara's emotional goodbye scenes. He explained, "We did it in hospital 2 days after Ren, his baby, was born and I hadn't slept, so finding the delirium and the madness was quite easy. Filming those scenes was emotional because we all love Charlotte. We knew we were acting, but we also knew we were saying goodbye." The star continued, "It's emotional thinking about it now. I was lamenting the loss of someone I care about and I just had a baby, so I started sobbing. There was snot and tears everywhere." The actor added. Call the Midwife Season 8 returns to BBC One in January.